Hey Blue Table fans, we're back from Valhalla and it's time to take a really much better and closer look at this giant orc army. Some of the counts originally were off and I don't think you really got to see how great it really was. So here we go. If you're interested in purchasing information, you can check the liner notes. Alright, here's what the army looks like. It is a whole huge mountain of stuff. And let us take a closer look. Let's start with the infantry. Here is, okay, here we have 15 Storm Boys and Zag Struck, 3 Mega Knobs, Knobs in Mega Armor, a Gazkull in Red Armor. Here is a Pain Boy Knob converted up, Snickrot, a Shock Attack Gun, another Mech Boy, another Mech Boy, a Weird Boy. Here we have some Commandos. Looks like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I do believe it's 14 of them. And there's those guys. Okay. And here we have 20 boys. Here are Lutas. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Looks like 15 Lutas. Here's some Knobs back here with rocket launches. And here comes the vehicles. There's some war bikes mixed up in here, but here's 3 converted Scorches. There's 1, 2, and 3. This is a Forge World piece, has some quite handsome base work on it. So this is a boss with Power Claw. Isn't that awesome? And some Knobs on war bikes. Quite a bit of conversions and unusual stuff on here. A lot of rusting and whatnot. Like this guy has a boss pole and a really cool banner on him. So Knobs on bikes, one of the better choices in the Orc Army list. This guy is a Pain Boy, as you can see by this little cross there. Is 8 Knobs on war bikes plus a war boss. Hold on, let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's right. And you got a couple of random buggies down here with rocket launches. A Scorcha. Looks like the tail is off. I'm really, actually, probably best to just ignore that piece. I'm not sure what that's doing in here. Okay, and then here's a ton of Knobs. Looks like 11 Knobs. And here's another Gazkull. He could also be a Knob in Mega Armor. Here's an unusual Forge World piece. This is part of a set of objectives. Here's 1. There's a Grot like hiding out in there. 2. These are just piles of weapons. 3, 4. All right, 13 Shoota Boys, 14 Shoota Boys. Like 23 more boys. Boys with rocket launches. Looks like 10 Shoota Boys here. We've got a whole bunch of Knobs with various weaponry. This is Death Skull's coloration there. Lutas. Looks to be 4, 8, 12 Lutas in there. Here we have a Forge World Mech Boy. Quite a handsome piece and painted quite handsomely. Here's a unit of Burnas. Looks to be 12 of those, possibly 13. I'm not sure. Check the link for an exact count, because we did exactly count them today. More Shoota Boys. Looks to be 10 of those. Slugga Boys, a whole bevy of them. Here you have Death Coptas, 6 of those. Let's take a closer look. They have converted buzzsaws on them. And looks like, oh, here's another objective marker. How did this guy end up in here? He got in with the Grots. That's a Forge World piece too. Here's 25 Grots, including the Grot herds. All right. Now, let's see. I think I covered all the infantry. I do believe it's over 290 infantry all told. Now let's look at some of the candy. This is, I believe, called a Skull Crusher battle tank. It's a widened Bane blade and it has magnetized pieces, lots of them, Grot riggers. In fact, there's a lot of these magnetized Grot riggers to go on the vehicles, like that. And that particular one wasn't magnetized. I'm sure he goes on somewhere. There's the back of that. Another turret. Let's take a look at the side. Tons of detail and weathering and extra pieces on there. And of course the giant cannon. And here we have a battle wagon. Just take a pass on that one, see what that's all about. This is a gun truck with like a flak tank upgrade there. Another battle wagon. This has a ton of details and bits and extras and weathering on it. Has a def rolla, which is a special order piece from Games Workshop. I don't even know what this is. This is like a little extra hatch thing there. And in case you see any bald spots here like this, don't worry, there's plenty of extras that come with this army. In fact, let's take a look at those. It's all down here, a ton of extra pieces. There's a wrecked dreadnought, that could be an objective marker. Hatches, just extra and alternate weaponry. Def rolla, pretty sure that's magnetized. Just an absolute ton of amazing stuff. Okay, so we're on to the Stompas, each and every one unique and individual with conversions. Like this has a Tau railgun on it. This has this giant belly def rolla, huge skull on the front. Here's the next one. Let's just take a pass there. Tons and tons of detail, fun things. Like here's a little remnant of a Space Marine insignia, battle tanks and stuff. You have a little Grot guy back here kind of picking his nose. We incorporated a lot of Forge World pieces on here too, so these things are just swarming with Grots. This is a Forge World gun wagon. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but it is a really absolutely neat piece. Let's get that one out in the light. This is really absolutely super. So much detail, weathering on it, tons of like little features, and it's just neat. It's so fun to show up at the table with something different. All right, let's get back to the Stompas. This is a Goth type Stompa. I believe this is one of the few pieces not painted by Blue Table Painting. Grots back here. Again, I think this is from a specialty kit. They may actually be from the Stompa kit now that I think about it. Here's a guy like Colin in the shot. That's fantastic. Okay, last Stompa, we'll give him a 360. This one has a converted lift-a-droppa on it. See if you can recognize which pieces go to where on that one, and a giant belly gun. It's got a Grot like hanging in there, seeing what's going on. Oh, and this huge, I do believe this is Forge World up here, but I'm not absolutely certain. So it could just be converted work there. Okay, here's a lift-a-droppa. Absolutely fantastic piece. So much fun to play. It grabs a tank and like throws it across the battlefield. And that is just, you just can't beat battlefield manipulation. Here's a Grot mega tank. And then there are 2, 4, 6, 7 Grot tanks. And each one a little marvel of engineering. Some of them are converted. Some of them are from Forge World. This one has a little turret that swivels on it. In fact, I think a lot of them have that. So that also makes it easier for storage. And we have a Mecha Dread here. And there's just an insane amount of detail on these pieces. Look at that. The undercarriage is just completely covered with detail. It has a decorative base. Look at this buzzsaw thing. That is just crazy awesome. And so this army, I mean, you would just have to be bursting with pride and satisfaction to put this on the table. Just show up at, you know, your local shop for a whatever it is, an apocalypse game or some kind of tournament or whatnot, and just have all of these awesomely converted and painted models. Okay, there is one more Mecha Dread back here. This is a different type, has this big old hook arm on here. And we have some Killicans. Six of those. They have Grotzukas, I think at least 3 of them do, and that is a really excellent option. Okay, I think I finally covered everything in this massive army, and I am off to process and upload this video. I hope you're as excited about this army as I am. I really wish we could keep this army forever and ever, but Daddy's got bills to pay. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you got your inspiration for the day and have a newfound appreciation for the orcs.